Tonight, the Republican-controlled legislature has made it official. They are suing the governor over her use of emergency powers without legislative approval. Mara McDonald live downtown tonight. Mara, the suit has been filed with the Court of Claims, but that is not likely where this legal fight is going to end, and I don't believe anyone thinks.
Yeah, Devin, absolutely not. Yes, filed with the Court of Claims, but more than likely this is going to end up going up the judicial food chain, probably ending up at the Michigan Supreme Court. Now, what does that mean for our stay home, stay safe order? Absolutely nothing. It remains intact as is until there's something happening at the court.
So here's where we're at. The governor is now being sued by the GOP-controlled legislature over whether she's overstepping her authority. Meanwhile, Congressman Paul Mitchell is suing her, too, in federal court over her use of emergency executive orders.
It is our firm belief that that law does not give the power to the governor to rule the entire state on their own for as long as they like, and today we are asking the courts to affirm our opinion.
The relationship between Whitmer and the leadership of the legislature pre-pandemic was chilly. Now?
When you take a step of this magnitude, again, during a global pandemic, it's not a bridge that you can then recross. It is something that's been burnt to the ground.
Whitmer, who usually has had briefings on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, canceled today's, but did give an interview to NBC News, and she talked about the pressure surrounding reopening the state. Quote, "There's no question that there's intense pressure, whether it's coming from the White House or the people of our state. And that's playing out all across the country. We are Americans. We are used to having our freedoms. And I think in this moment, we've had to ask people to make sacrifice, and people are getting weary of it." On top of this already pretty heavy plate, add Whitmer's interest in being Biden's VP pick. A new story in the New York Times describes her as being keenly interested. All ingredients in a toxic political stew.
We've got so many people unemployed. We've got so many families in distress, both mentally, physically, emotionally. It's just a shame that our state government can't put differences aside during this period to come together and help the citizens of the state.
Back here live, and what's it going to be like moving forward? I'm not just talking about pandemic-related stuff. Well, this is pandemic-related, but, this state is facing a massive budget shortfall because of this. $2 billion, $2.6 billion, anywhere in that area. How does a governor and a legislature, essentially at loggerheads, negotiate to figure out where to cut? We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
Well, that's a great question right now. I know this has just been filed, obviously. Do we have a hearing yet for the legislature's lawsuit?
We don't, Devin. Maybe sometime next week at the earliest. We also don't have a date yet for Paul Mitchell's lawsuit. That's a federal lawsuit, so she's going to have two dueling lawsuits going, likely getting some sort of traction maybe next week or the week after.
Yeah.
Back to you.
All right, Mara. Well, the governor also says